And we're on. Hello. We are starting our stream now of the blue and white scrimmage game that was on earlier this evening. I'm just going to set up something here.
What's up, YouTube?
I think we're streaming through right now. We have the stream right here in our mini Cowboy.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it looks like audio's good.
Yep.
Stream right here in our mini Cowboy. Right now? Yeah.
So it looks like audio's good.
Yep, it's good.
I
We're
just
just
want to make
verifying.
sure that my volume is good.
Hey, Wolf.
What's up, Wolf?
We're going to be watching on our trusty little telephone here, cell phone, the Cowboys blue and white scrimmage. And I'm going to hit play now. I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, so just to avoid any issues, we're going to watch it here in the Cowboy zone. Now, Cowboys are in practice here today, and they were doing some matchups. Very important thing for today is that Chaz Green did not play in today's game or practice because he got injured, his shoulder, and it's a big shoulder injury. They're saying that he might be out for a while. So
They did not say which shoulder, though, so we will be on the lookout for that. But unfortunately, yes, he does have a shoulder injury. He probably will be out for quite a while, and hopefully we have more of an update for you tomorrow.
So saying right now, from what I've seen, looks like Sean Lee is looking really good. He's reading those holes and attacking. And who's this guy here? And of course Zeke, of course. He's looking fantastic.
Des Bryant made some really amazing catches early on. Really outstanding, especially one double coverage.
Yeah, he made
Who
a
was
great
it that was covering him again?
26. I don't think he's going to be on the team.
Okay. Well,
He's
either
one of those
way,
bubble players.
yeah.
Duke Thomas.
Either way, Des made a great catch.
Yeah. Right now they're getting set up for the
So Chris,
blue and
it
white.
is over. We're watching the replay now.
Yeah. The thing is that our little views on this, we saw Beasley actually tweak his leg. We didn't like that. I just saw that now.
Yeah, he got a cleat to the knee.
They're not sure if it was a cleat or a knee to his thigh. Looks like Terrence Williams fumbled again. And one of these just like short scrimmage, not a real team scrimmage, just like a receiver on cornerback or linebacker. 7-on-7, they just said. So see, now here's Beasley hurt, which again was concerning when we're seeing this here now. But it looks like someone cleated him or something in the back of his calf. So doesn't look like a hamstring. I don't know. Showing the replay now. So he got kicked in the calf. It looked like so.
Yeah.
Hitchens accidentally hit him there.
He still made the catch, though.
Yeah, yes, he did. That's important.
So.
We look at the defense and offensive guys go against each other here. I mean, it looks like Taco has some speed on the outside. I will say that he has to. You make this mention a lot. She makes this mention a lot about our Taco Charlton doesn't know how to really keep his leverage, his balance.
Yeah, he seems to fall down a lot for some reason. Like, I just see him getting knocked to the ground in a lot of plays that we see him getting beat at. And that kind of worries me. If he can't stay steady on his feet, how is he ever really going to get in there and get any leverage? So I'm hoping he does improve on that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at number 56, too. And, he's Lewis Neal, I think.
No, Lenny Jones.
Lenny Jones, I'm sorry. Lenny Jones. Okay, yeah, he's getting stuck pretty bad by the backup, so I don't know. Not sure if he's going to make the team. Let me see here. Because I'm doing lineman battles, I'm going to go skip through to the actual blue and white game. Let's see from the start. So it looks like I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second here. So here we go.
All right.
You got Taco starting with the first unit, right defensive end.
So Taco's starting, and Dak, it looks like he's just calling someone in motion. The offense looks.
Terrence Williams runs across.
Yeah. Zeke with a beautiful run, the great blocking by the offensive line. I'm going to tell you right now, the line looks good. And that's our number one. So I don't know if it's because our defensive line is that bad or our offensive line is that good, but I think it's a combination of both.
Either way, Zeke got what, 15 yards?
Oh, I mean, Zeke, he would have broken a big one there.
Yeah.
But the offensive line, I mean, he only had to do is beat one guy, which again, they're not tackling right now. Who was that? Skandrick was there. So at least he was there. I don't think he would have been able to tackle him by himself. But you know, Zeke is special like that. Dak's calling the guy in motion. He's making this. He's calling me in motion. Yep. Good pressure there by Cedric Thornton in the middle, and great coverage by Byron Jones. Byron Jones is looking really good.
Yeah, Witten dropped the pass.
Yeah, but that was because Byron Jones was right on him. I mean, he actually knocked the ball down and almost. I mean, not intercepted it, but he was right there. I mean, he couldn't. Dak could not throw in a pass that would have been catchable.
There he is.
I mean, it was right through his hands. You're right.
Yeah, but great job by Cedric Thornton.
Either
way,
Cedric
Witten usually catches those.
Yeah, Cedric, but see, the reason that happened was because Dak had pressure on him.
Yeah.
Cedric Thornton busted through the middle and was able to get to Dak and make him throw like a little bit of a difficult pass. It was a little low, a little bit in front.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Yeah, Dak's looking good. He's calling audible to the line and to the receivers here. High snap. He reads it. Oh, nice pass.
Ooh.
Right to Witten for about, what, maybe 7, 8 yards?
Yeah.
First down, it looks like. So he gets the first down to Witten. Crisp. Looks, very, very nice.
Yeah.
How about Odell Beckham
And
Jr.?
again, against double coverage.
There's my boy Patrick. Cowboys are trash every time. Beckham Jr. is great. He's a great receiver. As I'm watching this, I'll comment on that in a minute. But Beckham looks you're trash. Beckham is a very good receiver, but I think I would say probably the best receiver in the NFC East, even better than Dez, because he's been more consistent. Cries a little bit more. But let's see here. Dak's going deep to Dez. Beautiful interception. Byron Jones again. Byron Jones, our safety. I'm telling you right now. Pro Bowl year. Possible Pro Bowl year for Byron Jones. I think he's going to be the leader on the defensive backfield.
I just hope he steps up to the plate. And so far he's showing he will.
Well, Dez is a little bit of a crybaby, I will say. But Odell Beckham is too. So, I mean, I understand the passion, though, and that's why they're kind of good friends. And I understand the passion because, listen, I'm scared of Odell Beckham Jr., trust me. You guys should be a little bit more scared this season of Dez Bryant than last season because he's going to be even harder to stop. I think he's going to have a better year this season.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, he looks strong. Now, that was a that throw there by Dak on this particular play that Byron Jones picked him off at. Great read by Byron Jones. And Dak just kind of heaved it up there a little bit. They're obviously trying new things. He was throwing in double coverage. So they're trying to see if they can get the defense sleeping, and they weren't. Now with Byron Jones back there.
Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to go to any Cowboy games this year.
We wanted to make the Atlanta game. It was close.
Yeah, but unfortunately, now that Atlanta has gone to the Super Bowl, their price has gone up.
It's gone way up.
Way up. So
we're just going to mention real quick, we have our second team in right now. Keenan Moore. And who is this guy? McFadden running the ball hard, just up out to the outside, off the right tackle. So, he's looking – I will say something about McFadden this season. He looks really good. He's looking really good in camp, and he's catching the ball at the backfield. He's had a whole season without being injured. That's a good sign. Thanks, Patrick. We do not live in Dallas, unfortunately. We would love to be kind of watching a lot more games there. Take a break out.
That'd be great, but no.
Now, Cheeto Awuzie is in there now, so of course our second-round pick, and I think our best rookie in our draft, number 33. Keep in mind, Tony Dorsett's son came and spoke with him. Ooh, right there. Good. I mean, McFadden broke a tackle. He's stiff-armed, but who was there stopped him? And Awuzie.
So that was a great stop by him.
Yeah, I mean, Cheeto is going to be fantastic. Let's see here. The Cowboys are in a quick huddle right now, which is interesting.
Hi,
I
Holly.
like that.
What's up?
Hollyway, the Eagle fan in the house. Them eyes. Are you more hype about our defense more than our offense this year? No. Our offense is solid. It's like the best. I say, if not the best, top 3 in the league, I think.
I agree.
Just in the offensive line and the tight ends we have, the receivers we have, the running backs we have, and our quarterback. Oh, is that touchdown?
Yep, this is Noah Brown, right?
Noah Brown just caught. Number 85. He's a rookie. He was, I think, 6th round pick. Noah Brown, big receiver like a Dez.
Again,
type
double
guy.
coverage.
You were a Cowboy fan last week?
Who was it? Awuzie and who? Was it Awuzie?
I don't know. I didn't see that. Let's see. They're showing the replay here, so let's see here. But he was Keenan Moore. Nice pass right to the corner. Awuzie was burned on that one. I will say. And also our 35 is our safety. I think it's Kevin Frazier.
Yep, Kevin Frazier.
And he's just battling. He's our right now our backup. I think he's going to be cut.
Yeah.
That
was a nice move.
It's going to be between him and McFadden to make the team. And I don't mean Darren. I mean Leon McFadden. These guys know. I know you were Cowboy fans last week when all that bad stuff was happening. Who's this? You're kicking. Oh, okay. Well, our backup kicker punter is kicking extra points and field goals, just to save up Dan Bailey for the regular season.
That's fine.
Let's see here now. Okay, it looks like they're going for a quick break. They're switching out and they're going to their 3rd stringers here. No, they're going back to the 1st stringers. Let's see. I see Alfred Morris on this play here. Now he's an interesting guy to speak of. Wait, is Alfred Morris or Rod Smith? Either way. No, that's our fullback right there. So Keith Smith, number 41, I think he's gonna be a big time player for us as far as starting with the
Unfortunately, we have not been
offense.
to a Cowboy Eagles game, but we'll go one day.
Hoping to one day. I've been to a lot of giant Cowboy games when I was younger, back in the 80s. Eagles are garbage.
And Hollyway, I have to agree, for different reasons, though. I am very excited for their season to start, but because the Cowboys.
So let me see here. Hold on here. Here we go. Is that Rod Smith? Rod Smith just scored a touchdown right up the middle. Okay, so I mean, he's fighting for fullback / running back possibility. He could be forcing Alfred Morris out. Again, we're just 1 week in training camp, so let's not jump to conclusions. But Morris is, of course, more veteran player. He's had some good seasons in Washington. But I will say that right now it looks like Rod Smith's making a move. And again, Rod Smith can play special teams, and Alfred Morris does not. So,
several Cowboy sources have all said that Rod Smith has looked really solid throughout all of training camp so far, and he's continued to show out now in these practice games. So.
Amazing.
Scrimmages.
Sean Sharif takes a hit from 105.3.
Oh, he made it. He made it.
So Holloway said, did he go to a game last season? So I have never been to a Cowboys game, but
I mean, I've been to plenty of Cowboy games. I've been to New York, New Jersey, actually, New Jersey Giants. New York Giants, I've been to a bunch with my dad when I was younger. So for about 4 or 5 years, I went to, a bunch of games, but Cowboy games, Giants. And when Lawrence Taylor was playing, Phil Simms, if you guys know, in the mid-'80s, those teams, the Super Bowl type teams for the Giants, the pre-Super Bowl teams. So I've been to those games. Then I've been to a Miami game with the Cowboys. I've been to a Tampa game with the Cowboys. I've been to a St. Louis Rams game, Cowboy game. I've been to a Cowboy game in Dallas against the New York Giants about 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And when we had T.O. and Romo. That's pretty much the extent of my Cowboy travels. I know how you think that. You think they're going to sweep us, but you're not. You see 2 Eagle fans together. 2 Eagle fans flock together. So the Cowboys have their starters back in right now. I don't know if you guys can hear us better than you guys hear the audio from the game. Woo! Dak just threw a bullet right to Dez, got 20 yards. And again,
Des looks great.
Des looks in shape, ready to roll. I will say this. I think our division, aside from the Raiders, from the AFC West, I think our division is going to be the toughest. I mean, it's going to be the closest as well. And I think it's going to come down to the end. And I think all 4 teams are going to be involved. So you guys are all hating on each other. I understand. But I think the Cowboys, the Giants, are going to be vying for the top. And I'm being honest about that. As non-biased as I possibly can be. But I'm afraid. Don't get me wrong. It's a tough schedule now. And our defense is, we're not sure yet. But if they end up being even half as good as last season, I think we're going to be okay. Now, give me 1 second. Let me just see this play here because we got Dak now sending some of the emotion. There we go. Okay, Zeke just budgeting. Okay, you got about 5 or 6 yards. Defense was there. Some backups. But I think that the Cowboys and Giants will be fighting for first. I think the Eagles and Redskins will still be fighting for the division spot within like 3 or 4 games before the end of the season in December. And it's still going to be important to everybody. Everybody's going to have a decent shot to win that division.
All right. We have not heard of EDP Nitro Freak or Philly 500. So.
Yeah, who are they?
Eagle YouTubers.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, sorry. We haven't heard of them.
We're kind of new to this. We're new YouTubers.
Sorry, but I don't have enough time to watch Eagle YouTubers.
Eagles Raider game. That's going to be interesting. Is that in Philly or is that in Oakland? Or LA? I'm sorry.
No, that's going to be a good game.
Do not search them off. There you go. So all extra points of field was good. Special teams look good. First team looked okay. Our defense looked really good. I will say that. And I mean,
it's in Philadelphia. All right. Well, cool.
Yeah. My brother has been to a game in the Black Hole. And that has always been, that was interesting. He actually had a seat in there. So now, as a Cardinal, he's a Cardinal fan. So, you could just imagine. But he said it wasn't as bad as he thought. He said Philly was worse. Sorry, Philly. Actually, he did say one was worse than Philly. And I can't agree. But I can't imagine, as a Cowboy fan, being in Philly's got to be the worst thing. But he's not. He's a Cardinal fan of Philly, so whatever. But he happened to be in Tampa. He said the Tampa Bay fans are the most low-class, trashy fans ever. yeah. So sorry, Tampa Bay. But the Bucks, the fans. I don't know. I mean, I've been to a couple of their games and it hasn't been that bad. But everybody hates the Cowboys the same, so we're used to it. Maybe it's not the same thing with the Arizona Cardinals. So I'm interested to see if they're going to keep 2 or 3 quarterbacks this season, the Cowboys, and I'm sorry, not 2. Yeah, because that third quarterback with Luke McCown, I think he's a veteran. I think we need someone like that. I kind of hope he edges out. I mean, he's going to edge out. Who is that? Cooper Rush.
Yeah,
he's going to edge him out for the 3rd spot. But I think it just comes down to make the cut with a lot of our suspensions and possible injuries into the season, and a lot of suspensions. It's going to open up a lot of roster spots for us. And actually, we're going to have a video soon coming out explaining about who we think is going to be on the roster. I just wanted to also update real quick on everybody that Chaz Green from the Florida Gators, he's always been injured, and he's got injured again with a shoulder injury. This happened, I don't know if it happened yesterday or earlier today, but he missed practice and he missed the blue and white game. So that's not good for him when he was looking good in that spot as the left guard. We have Johnathon Cooper, who now is the front runner, and he actually started with them today with the starting team. And he did all the reps with them, and he did the blue and white game. He did with them full time as the first squad. But also Byron Bell too. I think he's going to be somebody to watch for too, fighting for that spot. But Cooper now I think he has the inside track now.
So let's see. What game are you looking forward to the most?
This season, as far as I think division, right? What's yours? What's your opinion?
You see, that's the thing. I'm stuck between 2. Obviously, the opener with the Giants, just because I feel like it will be kind of the ultimate redemption in showing how much we've grown from last year to this year, starting off with 2 fresh, brand new rookies to now they're in their sophomore year, how far they've come. Let's kick your butts. But obviously, beating Green Bay would feel just as good, just because, again, losing to Aaron Rodgers that way hurt really bad, and I think that Dak really has something to prove in both of those matchups. So I think it'll be interesting to see both of those games. But I'm going to root more towards the Giants just because of the divisional aspect of it. I mean, NFC East, we have to be number one.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's gonna be tough. And I agree, everything you said. I mean, I'm looking here right now. Some tweets saying that that Chaz Green, of course, is injured. Justin Durant, they don't have him in pads. Number 52, he's gonna be one of our 3 starting linebackers. So if not, really good depth for us. And he's somebody to watch for. But he's not in pads because he's been there 11 years. He's an old guy for us, and he's taking it easy. But then I'm reading here, Des Bryant, medical. Oh, no, he was just talking with the media.
Okay. We've been live for, 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
Right
we
now?
haven't been
20
on
minutes.
too long.
20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, just
Time
chilling.
flies.
Yeah, probably on another 10 or so. We just like to keep them.
Honestly, again, I hate when people say we have too many thugs. Look at every single NFL team. Almost every single guy there has some kind of something. Okay,
a guy or two with issues.
Exactly. It's just we're the Cowboys, so you hear about it more. The whole Ezekiel Elliott thing, I don't even want to keep talking about just because, again, there's proof that she lied. The police have cleared him of all charges. The NFL talked to him already at some point this month. Everyone knows what the decision is going to be. Why haven't they said anything? They're just doing this to drag it out to make themselves, I guess, feel better. But it's dumb because, again, they're doing it against an innocent guy. So
that's the Zeke issue. I'm not even bringing it up with him because, again, he's not a thug. He's just a kid. And that's the truth. And, yeah, banned for life, sure. Let me just jump up a little bit here on the – I know we cut Zach Dessert. We paid him off, basically, to pay off his contract because of his injury, which is fine. Let me just see here for a second. As far as one of the teams I wanted to say real quick about the games, the Atlanta game, that one to me is a big one to watch for too. The NFC champion Atlanta Falcons. I mean, I know they blew the 28-3 lead, but they're going to be tough, and it's going to be in Atlanta, so it's going to be a big game to watch as well with the Packers, with the Giants,
Chris K.
Eagles and Redskins always.
Yeah, Chris K. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Zeke hasn't done anything that I think should get him banned for life.
He's just trolling.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking here that Seattle and Dallas is going to be a great matchup too, especially when it's going to be played. You know and it's in December, so it's going to be a tough December game, and I think they're both going to be fighting for playoff spots and playoff lives too. So let's see here. Again, I want to hear what Chris. Yeah, okay, thank you. He's kidding.
Yeah, Patrick. Actually, we're going to be live streaming our reaction during the game, so we won't be showing you the actual game. You'll just be looking at us.
But you guys obviously are hopefully watching the game too, or
I guess you'll have it on your TV screens or your screens, but you can follow along with us as well and just see our reactions. Because honestly,
we're not sure what the rules are.
Yeah, but we're very passionate about football. So
yeah, it's constant.
Yeah, and you'll be able to see us and again our live commentary as well on what we're seeing, what we think, and just
I know
our reaction, good, bad, or otherwise.
Probably make a little mini package on one of the days during the week. Of the best for that game, but I hope not to take any of them down because of some horrible last second field goal by Philly. That's crushes us or something. That would suck. But that's what the honest reaction would be. We'd be down about it, and again, but hopefully we'll be seeing more of us being up like last year. That's what we're hoping for here. And I'm very excited for football to start, NFL, all the games. This first game on Thursday, we're going to live stream it. My daughter's going to be here as well, so it'll be us 3 watching it, and for the first half of the game for sure. And
Wolfreda, we actually can't do that because again, it's illegal. I think to live stream.
Well, it's copyright, and we don't want to mess around with the copyright stuff. So that's the main thing with that. I mean, it's going to be on this game's going to be on TV. I think ABC is where it's going to be on. I think so. It'd be channel 9.
Yeah.
On
6.
Your local channels here in this area, and wherever you're at, it's ABC. So I'm pretty sure it's ABC. The first game. I'll give updating information on that as we get closer to that on Thursday. But let me see here.
Is Dak going to play against Arizona? I mean,
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Dak. Are you talking about Dak or Zeke?
NBC. All right, so
NBC. Thank you,
so that's channel 2 in our local area.
Yeah. But again, if it's NBC, you guys will find it. If you guys care, and watch it, put it on there. You know, once it's going, we could probably mention it where it's coming from as well. Question for you guys: is the stream coming through okay? Is there like a
Any kind of delay?
video okay? Is there a delay? Yeah. There you go. I mean, and that makes sense. You know, this is not about winning or losing. We don't really care. Frankie G, thank you for that comment. I mean, I think that we're going to be pretty much having good. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sal. Yeah, I mean, back to Frankie's comment. I mean, about Palmer and Fritz. I mean,
Thanks, guys.
that makes sense.
Let me see. I think they should sit Dak. Why risk injury? I think he'll do at least one or two.
Yeah, I think one for him and Zeke.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I mean, maybe even not even Zeke at all. I mean, but I know the offensive line will get there one rep, and you know. I mean, it's just kind of almost like a scrimmage. You're just doing it against another team. And you got to remember, the Cowboys and every team in the NFL, they scrimmage each other during training camp and practices, not in actual preseason games that they're doing scrimmages. So they kind of already banging heads beforehand, and I could see that happening. Not
at the same time, again, with their history with Tony Romo, are they really going to risk Dak? I mean, that's not.
I think for the Hall of Fame game, they will play him.
I think they'll do at least one.
We're in trouble. Week 1, I can't wait to week 1 of the regular season. Forget this preseason garbage. Yeah. I mean, I'm
excited. Again, look at every interview that Dak has done since then. I mean, his whole demeanor, his whole attitude, everything about him screams, I'm studying you. I've learned you. I'm going to play the heck out there.
I think from what I've seen, and again, I think I see this with a lot of Giant fans. You Giant fans are nervous a little bit about the fact of how Dak is progressing. And I'm not trying to say this like to brag or to talk crap. I'm just saying I do think that, not necessarily that you're scared, but you know that he's the real deal. And if you guys do not get to him with our Great Wall, then how are you going to stop us? I was asking this the other day. How is anybody going to stop our offense? You have the Great Wall, Dak, who's looking fantastic, and you guys cannot deny that. You have our tight end, Jason Witten. You have Cole Beasley in the slot. You have Williams and Dez, and you have Zeke. I would like to know. Let's go.
So, and not just that, but let me point out that as many great receivers as you have, even though you picked up that great running back, you still have a quarterback who is not consistent with getting the ball to those receivers. So, you know, I'm not going to lie and say that Eli Manning doesn't have those bursts of just greatness. He's on fire. Exactly. Sometimes. He just gets it there every time and just boom, boom, boom.
He's not consistent.
But interceptions, almost every single game, you know, he doesn't complete as many passes. You know, Dak has gotten better. Eli Manning is probably going to stay the same, if not get worse. And again, you know, that's going to make a big difference.
And there you go, Mr. Wright. You are correct. The Giants cannot take advantage of Doug Free anymore. Doug Free costs us a lot more than people realize. And I'm glad he retired. I'm happy we have La'el Collins in there. I think he's going to be
I'm excited
even better
he
than
looks
Doug
healthy.
Free.
You know.
Jordan Matthews. Yeah, I know. Well, no, but it's Chaz Green is the one we have to think about, because Chaz Green, again, updating an earlier story, he got injured. If you guys are following this, unfortunately, they're saying that the injury doesn't look good, and it looks like he's going to be out for a while. He's our projected starting left guard. Obviously, our offensive line is the most important thing. So Jonathan Cooper, who was challenging him, is now kind of solidified it now, and he's going to have a little pressure from Byron Bell. And we'll see how long this injury keeps Chaz Green out. But Chaz Green has been injured every season. We're getting sick and tired of it. So again, he might not even make the team.
Yeah, I think it's time to either accept that we're going to have a guy who just can't seem to stay healthy enough to play for us, or move on to someone who might be able to actually go on the field and perform. So
let me see. I agree. I'm seeing here with let's see here. But meet the Mets. Yeah, you can't take advantage of our bad offensive line. Our defensive line is not very good. But with Marinelli, and again, you guys have to accept the fact that, I mean, I think you guys know that Rod Marinelli is a fantastic genius when it comes to a defensive coach, a defensive coordinator, and he can make things work. Now, he's going to have a lot of young guys flying around, and they're going to make mistakes. So if Eli can hit those plays, I agree. You guys might put us get on us and score some points on us. But at the same time, I think there's going to be periods when Eli is not going to be on. He's going to miss some of those guys open. And with our guys kind of being the way they're going to be playing, I think this year, a no-name type defense with Marinelli leading them, I think that he's going to present some problems maybe you guys aren't ready for, that I'm not even understanding or accepting yet. We got to wait and see what happens with the Giants and the Cowboys, and see how the Cowboys defense is going to react, especially this first week. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of butterflies and I think the only guy I think I have confidence in as a rookie is Chidobe Awuzie. Yeah, I think he is going to be fantastic. And it's going to be hard to kind of cover all three of your guys. See, they have three good guys plus a tight end, and I think it's going to be an issue for our guys. I mean, Nolan Carroll not being there, that means that we have to have a rookie in there. And I don't know, Anthony Brown, Skandrick.
Patrick, I think you're the one who's high because you're a Giants fan. Just saying.
You're automatically off.
It's okay.
Odell Beckham, you can't check him. And again, I agree. He's going to be tough. They got Sterling Shepard. They got Brandon Marshall.
I agree.
It's going to be a tough matchup, but I think that you're underestimating our defense to an extent.
And you're overestimating your defense.
Let's see.
Against our offense.
Mr. Wright's talking about the Cowboys, I think. He's not going to be. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a good game, I think, this first Giant game.
I agree. And again, my biggest concern is obviously how are the current suspensions going to affect our game? If Zeke is supposedly going to have any kind of suspension, is that going to affect him in the Giants game? Will his appeal have enough time to go through before that? Or will he unfortunately miss that first game?
Actually, again, I don't think he'll be suspended. I mean, I guess we have to be ready for it in 60 days, but if he's not...
At this point, I would not put it past the NFL to suspend him even for one game. So, I'm just saying.
And I know you guys have kind of shut us down, definitely compared to most teams out there. The Giants have played as well. And again, and just not to ignore the Eagles, but I think the Eagles, you guys have a good defense. Probably one of the better ones up there. The Giants and then you guys, I'd say, are second in the division. But I think that the Eagles are scary. Just that I think Wentz, like you keep saying, Wentz needs time with his team. That's not going to happen because of 5 weeks of practice and training camp. It's got to happen throughout the season. And I don't know if it's enough time for them to really keep up with the defense. So I think they might have a little bit of trouble. Even against our second rate right now, you guys are calling it, it's like a lower ranked defense. I think that there's a good chance that we might be a little higher than you guys might think. We were on a higher ranked defenses last season. And I truly think that losing Carr and losing Morris Claiborne, we're not as big as you guys think it is. And Church was, I say, one of the better guys, but we have a slew of guys that's going to, I think, make up for that.
If Odell wants to wear booty shorts, live your life. Let's see. Our offense got better. Our offense did get much better. Doug Free is gone. Good luck to him and his retirement. Eagles camp has been going fine, and every time I watch one of your videos, it sounds like Cowboys camp is going terrible. No, Cowboys camp has been going very well. We're just being realistic about the things that go well and the things that go wrong. No one's camp is perfect. I'm sure the Eagles have been facing minor injuries, moves that people are making. I mean, people do good and people do bad. That's the whole point of training camp. You figure out who are the ones that are actually proving themselves to earn that spot on the 53. So,
well, I see what they're saying. I'm kind of getting the vibe of what they're saying, and they're kind of talking about the fact that it's a bad camp because of how guys getting hurt. Of course, aside from the suspension issues and every day it's Switzer or one of these guys. I mean, again, these guys got to remember, these injuries are just so minor. It seems like they're exaggerated when it's in the Cowboy world because it's the Cowboys, America's team. Now, these hamstring injuries, I am scared of them only because of it's a hamstring. So those things can linger throughout the season. So and look, this is actually earlier than most teams usually start training camp. They've already going for a week. So they're going to be taking it easier with these guys that are injured right now with these hamstrings. Ryan Switzer, Jordan Lewis, these guys are going to be resting a little longer than they normally would be. They'll be back out there, hopefully by the end of preseason and training camp. But I'd rather take it easy with them and get them ready for the season.
Yeah. So, and just to let you guys know, the guys to definitely watch out for though after this first week of training camp is over, I would say is definitely number 55, Paella.
Yeah,
I mean,
he looks fantastic in the middle.
Really great so far.
He might be Thornton at that job.
So it'd be interesting to see how it keeps playing out. But so far, he's looked amazing. We mentioned Chidobe Awuzie a couple times already.
Number 33.
Again, he's just performed amazing the whole time. Is there anyone else that you would say has just really stood out so far?
I know Anthony Brown's looked pretty good. He's still looking like where he was. Again, he's everyone's saying he's going to be the guy that has that sophomore slump. But I think Anthony Brown, number 30, a cornerback, is going to win the starting position. And I think with Nolan Carroll being out, I think that that's going to make it even that much easier for him to take it.
Let me see. What do I think of the new draft picks to each division?
I mean, I like the Redskins pick, actually. I mean, if he's a little bit dinged up, and I know he's going to be injured, but again, I think he was a good pickup. I like the Giants pickup, unfortunately, with the tight end. I think it suits them perfectly. I would have to look. I mean, again, I'm not a big college guy. I know someone asked earlier about college. I don't follow college sports, but I mean, I think the Cowboys had the worst first round pick. I think Taco was the worst, and out of the first round picks for the other teams in the NFC East,
the Eagles own the Giants. Honestly, I hope so.
Giants gonna be tough this year. Again, we did other commentary earlier on other videos about the Giants, about the way the division's gonna stack up, and it's gonna be tough. I even think the Redskins. I know there's no Redskin fan here representing for the Redskins, and I'm not trying to, trust me, but I think they're gonna be a little scarier than we all give them credit for. All of us from this division. I mean, you have, their quarterback. They have a slew of good receivers. Not the best running game yet, but they have a good defense, and I think that's going to keep them in games, especially in the division. So don't expect to lose one, Eagles and Giants, and because I think us too. I mean, that's one of those games that we can definitely lose. So you got to everybody has to be on top of that. Now, Eagles have no rings. Remember that. Even my fiance has a ring, but they have no rings. And Giants, you're almost there with us, but you're not there yet.
Now, are all you Eagle fans from around the Philadelphia area? Because I'm curious to know. I grew up around there, and even then, I hated the Eagles. Always had, always will. Thank goodness for that. So, just saying.
We are in Dallas.
Even when I didn't care about football, even a little bit, I still had enough sense to hate the Eagles.
She knows. She's from that area.
Oh.
And that's the thing. We're not from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're on the East Coast. And we just want to say generally, guys, hey, thank you for watching with us here. I mean,
seriously,
we were going to go off earlier, but you guys are asking a lot of questions. Yep, the ring. Yeah. Show them the Frankie G. That's right. It's one more than the Eagles have. Come on, guys. Come on. He hasn't, there's no relationship with that ring.
How is DN? No, we are not bandwagon Cowboy fans. So I will openly admit that before I met my fiance, I just didn't really care too much about sports. But when I actually gave football a chance, at first I was kind of like, oh, it's all right. This is kind of cool. But now we've been together for so long. Honestly, I just genuinely enjoyed watching it. My son has gotten into it, and I've just naturally picked up my own enjoyment from it. Before I would read instead while he watched football. Now I actually want to watch football.
He's hyped about these games, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, trust me. I've gotten him into it in a different level.
To the online stuff.
Experiencing it in a different way just because of the way that I like to watch the games and like to find out about Cowboy news.
Again, her being a newer person to the sport.
No, poor girl. Honestly, this is just me generally doing it. I could literally do so many other things with my time if I wanted to, and he would be perfectly okay with that. And I would be perfectly okay with him watching it. But I love
Chris K's funny.
It too, so I'm just being honest.
Poor girl.
So.
I love it. And again, my daughter and her son, like she said about her son, my daughter is, played flag football for a couple of years. She's been a pretty solid player in flag football, and I've coached with my fiance. We've coached our kids last season, and they did very well. My daughter played quarterback and learned 35 plays. So we're pretty football savvy in this side of town of my Cowboy family.
I let him sucker me into a life of sadness rooting for them. Honestly, no. I have to say, by the time I started really caring for them, actually, no. I did start caring around 2015, which kind of sucked.
I mean, again, you guys remember that year when Romo was knocked out twice.
That was it.
It was sadness constantly. Every week was just another loss, and she was there. You don't want me to go back to my days. I was there with Danny White. If you watch my intro video that we made, Danny White jersey. That's the first thing. I don't know about Staubach, and we had Tony Dorsett. I saw a 99-yard run live on Monday Night Football. So,
I mean, he's been a Cowboys fan since he was like
beginning. So there was no internet. There was no all the games on TV. It was like the Giant. It was in New York City, New Jersey, and it was only New York Giant stuff. The only reason I got to see the Cowboys more often was because we were in the same division, and so that was That was interesting. But no bandwagon, no bandwagon
see.
here.
Our
You don't have to live
next-
there to love the Cowboys. This is America's team.
Our next live stream.
Probably August 3rd, around 8-ish. That's going to be, again, that's our definite next live stream. We didn't even think we were going to do this one, but we decided why not give it a try and just talk with the people out there. You know, you got to talk football. You want to talk other things.
But
yeah,
who knows? We
stick
might
to
be doing
football
one again
mostly.
Monday or Tuesday. So either way, stay tuned. Watch out for us either here on YouTube or Twitter.
Well, we try not to give away our personal information, but we live somewhere in the South. You know where we live, Wolf. Danny White had the catch game. Yep. I'm telling you. I mean, Danny White. I loved it. I don't know what it was about the Cowboys. It was anything to do with Danny White. It was just the fact that the cheerleaders, the color scheme. I don't know, it caught my eye. And guess what? Love the Cowboys. And then they happen to have this guy named Tony Dorsett, TD, who looked awesome. And and just they were awesome. I played for the Cowboys in Jersey for a Pee Wee team, a Little League kind of tackle football league. I think that's also described in the opening intro we have there. But played and I don't know. I just always loved the Cowboys. Can't even explain why. It's just something caught me. My dad wasn't too happy about that, but we had good back and forths throughout the years with the Giants. So I know about the Giants. So trust me.
So, all right.
Much respect for everybody in the NFC East because we know how tough it is. You guys got to give respect back to this star, though, too. Let me see this here.
So,
I love talking about
what team did your dad love?
mine. My dad loved the New York Giants. That was his team, and boy, he watched them since they were in New York in the old Yankee Stadium, I think, in the Polo Grounds. I mean, if you guys know the Giant fans out here, you guys should know Polo Grounds. You know, Yankee Stadium. I think. I mean, back then, my dad told me he went with his dad to see Giant games there. Back as far as Y.A. Tittle. Y.A. Tittle.
Wow.
You guys probably know. I mean, you never. She's never heard of Y.A. Tittle.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's just and Frank Gifford. My dad saw him play. I think he watched him get knocked out by Bednarik by the Eagles guy. So, anyways, as I say this, you guys probably will see it come up.
All right. Well, give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm reading some of these comments here.
I know.
They're interesting. I like hearing what you guys. I mean, I hate the Cowboys more than Red Sox. I hate Red Sox. I'll tell you. I can't say I hate the Giants as much as that. I went to with Brian Brodus, Terrence Williams. Cool, Mr. Wright. Dad is a Browns fan. I always give him a hard time. Don't give him too much of a hard time. Last season was rough for him. South of heaven, Newman. Watch us after the catch. Danny bombed it. Yep, that's right. I mean, there was so many chances for us to win that one. Look, back in those days and watching those teams, I suffered through 3-13 seasons with Tom Landry, and then 1-15 season with the first one with Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, and Troy Aikman, and don't forget Steve Walsh, I think. Oh boy, that was some nightmares. But I was there for that, and then we were 7-9, missed the playoffs by 1 game when we got Emmett, and then the rest is history. Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. 3 out of 4 years. Probably should have been 4 out of 4. We were 1 player away, Deion Sanders. And then into the 20-year-plus span of misery, which has been, unfortunately, it's going to be called basically the Romo era, the Romo years. Even he doesn't deserve that kind of diss, but I do think that he,
And he contributed to it.
He contributed to it. Exactly. I mean, that fumble against the Seahawks started like a downhill spiral. She never saw this about Romo with the playoff game. Boy, I can't tell you how upset I was. Thank goodness there was no live streaming then. That was interesting. Yeah, I know. It was a fresh ball, and that was his job. That was his main job for like 3 years. Yeah.
So we want to say thanks again, everybody, for watching. We do appreciate you guys coming out here, joining us, in this conversation.
Make sure you like it, subscribe to the video, subscribe to this channel and hit like on the video. We appreciate it. Not really begging, but I guess kind of we are. Whatever. Anyways, we just think we're just giving a piece of our time, and we like you guys to enjoy with us, and we appreciate you guys. Even the back and forth. Actually, we enjoy that more sometimes. The back and forth banter with you, NFC East rivals, and any team we're going to play every week, because we're going to do this every week. So we'll just be bantering it up with all you guys from all over. Cowboys 7. You love that, Holly. Holly keep putting that 7-9. 7-9. Come on.
We've only had our channel for what, like
A month, I think.
month? 2 months?
No,
Yeah.
1 month. About 1 month, maybe a little bit, maybe a day or two over that. I'm not sure. It's the end of June.
It hasn't been too long, guys. We're pretty new at this, but obviously we love the Cowboys and we just want to share our thoughts.
And that's the key. We're passionate about the Cowboys. I've been passionate my entire life. I mean, she's the one that gave me the idea to do this because, you know, it's entertaining sometimes. You guys watch the game, you guys will know what's going on, so you got to do that at your home on your TV. But then if you watch the game and kind of put us to the side and watch us, you know, I'm sure there'll be some interesting moments with myself, my fiance, my daughter, her son. My mother might make an appearance. She's been a Cowboy fan since Roger, the Dodger, in the late 60s and early 70s. So she's been a true Cowboy fan since then, since that far back, before their first Super Bowl. And yes, the Eagles are ringless bottom feeders. I'm just, let's see here.
It's
Hey,
not
look.
a sickness.
Adam P., what you up to? We know,
Hey, Adam,
we know
what's up?
what's up. Check out this guy's. Put your stuff in there, Adam. You get some great programming stuff. I don't want to go and over speak. I'll let him do it. Let's see here. Giants go 6-4.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, Holly. If they ever have another chance of winning or even getting close to even a playoff, I would say the next 5 years is definitely it, just because,
Wentz.
you know, Wentz definitely has the potential to take you guys there, I think. It's up to the rest of your Eagles team and your staff to build a good team around them.
Darth. Hey, listen. You know, I mean, I think it'll take longer than 5 years. And I think that the Eagles might never. I'm sorry not to laugh at you, but you guys are, you know, the guys you have now, Blunt, Alston Jeffrey, and Torrey Smith. I mean, Sproles. These guys are getting old. I mean, these guys are, you know, soon it's over. Wentz going to start new, so you're going to have to get it really soon. But I do think that.
How about this? Cross your fingers for a really shitty season. Excuse me, a really bad season.
Family.
In the next few years or so, just so you guys can pick up some really great, amazing talent and maybe add that way. Because if not, I don't see you guys getting.
I mean, I think the Eagles are in a short-term situation. I mean, because of these guys. Not that they're old. They're not old, but they're going to be older than you think. I mean, Blunt's already old. Trust me, as a running back.
They're not going to get any better than they already
Sproles is older.
in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, you still have a certain top out, and I think these guys are at that point. So, I know, but he's been injured, and he's been suspended, and I'm not saying it's going to happen again, but these things do catch up. And again, I think he has a good 5 years. He can be really good. I mean, I'm not saying no to that as far as when it comes to Jeffries. But, again, will they always be on the same page, especially this season? Let's just concentrate this season right now. I don't see that happening right away. I see it being more of a process. Just getting to, and I'm not saying they're going to not have great games together. They will. Hopefully not against the Cowboys. But, you know, I think they're going to have some really good games. They're going to be in, again, I said this before, they're going to be in the running with the Redskins, with the Giants, with the Cowboys. We're all going to be fighting for that spot. And to December, I think all 4 teams will be there in December.
So, Dak Prescott, I mean, again, Dak's looking great. He definitely slimmed down. He's definitely gained some more muscle.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a lot better out there calling the plays. He called a few audibles. Like, you just saw how much more comfortable he was just being there behind that line, moving around in the pocket. He seemed a little more confident doing that too. And he said several times in a few interviews that he does feel more confident knowing our playbook now. So
he also feels more confident looking at your guys' playbooks. Not playbooks, but, you know, looking at the film and studying you guys. He's been there watching a lot of film from all the NFC East teams. And trust me, I mean, the way he was talking, he was not messing around. He is happy he's welcoming the challenge.
Exactly.
So, of everybody knowing him.
And not just that, but let's not forget that our number 4 is behind the best 5 guys. I mean,
and again, which leads us into this next little discussion that's going on here about our offensive line being old. Now, Tyron Smith, as South of Heaven 88 said, is our oldest lineman right now, starting lineman.
He's what, 26?
No, I think he's a little older, but he's been in the league for a while. He came out, I think he's our youngest player ever to come out of a college to the NFL. He's number 77. So we'll check it real quick. 7 years. He's 7 years in the league. I mean, linemen play for a while, 13, 14, 15 years sometimes. And he hasn't had many. I mean,
he's 26, I was right.
I mean, to be top notch, he's got another 5-6 years easy. So you're looking at 5 for the Cowboys. I think similar, like as you said for the Eagles, but for different reasons. Because we have this talent right now. Witten only has a couple of years left. you know, and I mean, as far as Dez is concerned, I mean, I think he's looking the best I've seen. I know someone said about Dez getting old, 29 years old.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Dez has really turned
looked really
himself
good.
around in 2016. We
As
saw
a
a big
person,
change in him.
As a person and as a player, he's a little more composed. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to slip up. That passion's going to come out. So we know he's going to get like Odell. No matter how old he is, he's going to be passionate and crying or throwing something.
I think that physically, though, that he's also in the best shape of his life. And he said it before, too, that he's never in his entire career stuck so closely to like eating well and exercising well and keeping himself in shape even throughout the off season. And he's looked really great so far. And I've seen some movement from him that I feel like I only really saw in 2014 when he had that big, just like super explosive year. But even then he had like really amazing games and then he'd have very bad games. I think we're going to see Dez Bryant be consistently great every single game, especially with Dak playing as well as he is too. So.
Well, I agree, and I see what they're saying about Dez. Dez is trash. He's not trash. I will say, when he's on, you can't stop him. You need to double him. Unfortunately, he hasn't been on consistently for a while, like you said. Not consistent. And that's Dez's biggest problem. Jalen Ramsey or Zeke in a draft. Initially, I wanted Jalen Ramsey. I'll be honest. I did. Why we need a running back? We had McFadden, who was going to have a full season behind a strong offensive line, strongest he's ever played behind him, and he's going to not be injured hopefully. But when right before they were talking about maybe taking Zeke about the day before, I said, you know what? Actually, Zeke would help us more. Because if we can, running him behind the line, having a ball control offense, will then take the pressure off the defense. Give us time to reassemble our defensive backfield, especially, which we are doing this year. And with Anthony Brown's progression from last year, I mean, all these things are coming together. It's a process. Just like it's going to be with the Eagles.
Again, Holloway, you're saying Witten's 35. Again, that's probably one of our not as well-covered spots. Tight ends. I mean,
a pass-catching receiver. Yeah. We were hoping the Cowboys were banking on Rico Gathers. I personally don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he still looks like he doesn't. He hasn't played football that much. So I mean, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't know how much time the Cowboys are going to waste on him. But we do. I would think that we need to draft. Like I think you had mentioned this earlier, that we're drafting a tight end of some sort soon, like the Giants did.
Exactly.
Which is a good deal.
I feel like that's one of the areas that we could use a little more depth in, and we might be able to pick up someone who can really help us out. As far as Beasley being 28, again, Ryan Switzer's obviously our future, but
we have still a good 5-6 years with this top-notch superstar type, not superstar, but at the top of their game players, and that's why I think we have the best chance for a Super Bowl in our division.
Yeah. Terrence Williams, again, he is a little bit on the older side. He's still playing at the same level we've seen him play.
T. Will is going to be mainly a blocking receiver. That's the way I see him. I mean, he's one of the best down-the-field blockers of cornerbacks and safeties, sometimes linebackers. He's very good at blocking down the field, and that's why I think he's kept his starting job, not because he gets 3 receptions a game at best and a touchdown if he's lucky. And I just wanted to say, Wolf Rider, what inspired me to do YouTube right here, and my daughter as well. So, I mean, basically the women in my life.
Yeah, we love the Cowboys and we love discussing the Cowboys with him, but we felt like his knowledge could have been put to better use than just telling us over and over again. But the thing is that not pain, and just we knew that
it's good information. A lot of times I would say things.
He really helped me understand it in a way that I wouldn't have thought of. And again, everyone's perspective is a little different. We learn so much from hearing other people's opinion, like you guys. I mean, that's the whole point of it, back and forth. We get to see the game just a little differently. And honestly, we're just so excited for the season to start. We just couldn't wait. We wanted to talk about football now.
Yeah, I know. We just got to get it started. Let's go. I'm ready for this. I know everyone out there is too. And again, I just want to repeat saying thank you guys, everybody here. I mean, Meet Demetz, Hollyway 15, Frankie G, Chris K, of course, South of Heaven, Wolf Rider, Adam P, all you guys. Thank you. Patrick, Darth. I hope you guys hit subscribe. We're going to do some more of these live streams with more back and forth questions. We're probably going to shut it down in about 5 minutes or so. It's going to be an hour, and that's a long time. And we've had about 15 people, 10 to 15 people here. So we appreciate all you guys.
Definitely watch out, guys. On Thursday, August 3rd, we're going to be doing our first official Game Time live stream. Just to let you guys know, we will be live streaming every single Cowboy game.
Do our best to. We should. We won't say 100%, but there's a high chance we're going to do that.
So you'll be able to see our reactions in real life time and give us, your feedback too as well on how the Cowboys are doing. And you'll see us. Sometimes you'll see our children with us here as well.
Right.
Our family.
Right.
That's
Our Cowboys family.
Yeah.
And I'm looking here to some of the things here. First off, Odell, best receiver in the NFL. I don't know about that, but I will say he's one of the best for sure. Top 3, definitely. And you got the Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
And Julio Jones. How come I'm forgetting the Pittsburgh guy? What's his name?
Bell?
No, Brown.
No, Brown. Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown. There it is. But yeah, Brown, Odell, not in any specific order, but those 3 I'd say are the best. Let's see here. Blunt, he's a Band-Aid. Again, Holly, Blunt is just a Band-Aid. You're 100% right about that. I like that observation by you. He is a Band-Aid. He's short-term. He's a scary short, distance runner, like for short yardage and for touchdowns on the goal line. So that's going to be, I don't like that. But that's a good thing for you guys. But yeah, Sproles is quick. We shall see about your other running backs. I don't know. We'll see.
Thank you, Big Blue. Again, we appreciate it. And then either way, you know what? Know your enemy, right?
Hey, listen, we like the back and forth. So if you have any questions, we don't really want to do like the attacking back and forth stuff. We want to do more of the discussion, commentary, and try to be as honest as we can, being Cowboy fans. I mean, again, I have the background for it. I've been a Cowboy fan. Other than my very close family, the Cowboys are the next thing that I've known. So I know the Cowboys backwards and forwards. Thank you. Hey, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Patrick.
Again, this is just us being real.
Patrick, always making those comments about the trash Cowboys. But hey, we appreciate you. Your comment there about YouTube, and we were entertaining. I think during the season it's gonna be more entertaining because we get passionate. So, and all of us, down to the little ones. But we keep it clean. We're going to try to keep it as clean as possible. We're going to try to keep it as civil as possible.
And we'll definitely be taking a closer look at the Eagles, the Giants, and the Redskins closer to the start of the season. For right now, we really are keeping most of our focus on the Cowboys, but we'll definitely be doing a little bit more digging into your team. So definitely watch out.
And again, we did a little preview for the training camp about all the teams. I know we probably missed some players. We kind of had to do some stuff. We were also going on vacation, so that kind of was in our plans. We still got the videos up there, so I hope you guys enjoyed them. But as far as like the regular season comes, and as we get closer to the start of the season in mid-September or early September, we'll have like a recap of the NFC East teams. Probably have like a Dallas Cowboys schedule like prediction thing, just to see how our team is together. We have a 53-man roster prediction video for our Cowboys that I'll be probably putting up tomorrow or so. Maybe the next couple of days, but it's an important video in the sense of, who's going to make our team. I think we have about 10 bubble players in our team. Bubble meaning that they might make it, they might not. Luckily, we do have a little. Unluckily, we have. We're going to have about 7 open spots on our 53-man roster because of the suspensions and possible injuries too. So when you take that in consideration, it gives us a little more room to get a lot of these guys that are on the bubble, so to speak. But
again, we still have a lot of time left in training camp, so let's continue to
remember the Cowboys.
Cross our fingers, keep our Cowboys healthy.
Yeah, Cowboys and Cardinals have had the longest training camp, so just remember, this is an extra week right now, bonus, but also scary because of injuries. So I'm looking here. Revis, he's just too old, in my opinion. Yeah, so Chris, I agree with Chris on that. Not that he sucks. He doesn't suck, but
Dez definitely caught it. I'm sorry, that was a catch.
Yes,
it was a catch.
All these other catches in the NFL.
It was a catch.
Yeah, I don't want to get. Yeah, I mean that's too painful.
We're not going to talk about that anymore.
My chest
it was a catch.
The Eagles are building for the future. I know they're trying to. I agree, Holly, but that doesn't mean they're going to be beat the Cowboys and so sweep them like you're saying. Let's see here. Do a live stream Eagles Skins game. Well, I'll do a live stream for an Eagles Skins game if the Cowboys are not playing. And if it concerns the Cowboys for the playoffs. Oh, well, you'll be seeing me cheer for whichever team. Like I was a Cowboy fan, like I was a Redskin fan or an Eagle fan for the Cowboys.
But we definitely might be doing some reaction videos between some divisional games or some super important games. So just keep your eyes open for that too. But obviously that'll be much later once the season starts.
Yeah, honestly, no way we're going to win. I do see us winning week 1, but it'll be a lot closer than it should be because of our suspensions. And it won't be Zeke because Zeke will be there. One day we will be in Arlington, trust me. The new stadium. I was at the old stadium the last year. So that was a good thing to at least go to that one. But I haven't been to the new one. And one day I do plan on going. We will go.
Hopefully we will.
Yes. Giant
So-
loss. Exactly. For the Giants. I'm
Yeah.
confident we swept.
We'll see.
You're not gonna say that.
Again, no, I usually see it being split. You guys win one, we win one.
Which
you
one?
know,
Which
Eagles.
Eagles?
So that just, I'll give you guys credit. Your defense is really good,
See,
pretty scary. Depends on how
I
you guys
agree.
are doing by the time we face you, because I'm pretty sure we face you guys pretty late in the season.
We do, and that's the thing is that scares me. That last game is in Philly.
True.
In this the end of December, beginning
Yeah.
of January, whenever is the last game, and that's going to be a tough game to have to win if the Cowboys are in a must-win situation against a division rival in the cold in Philadelphia. And, it's rowdy.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Again, if it's us fighting for the top spot, you never know. What if that's the game? That's going to be like a playoff game. So that could be a big game there at the end of the season for both the Eagles and the Cowboys. And again, we started the season with the Giants and the Cowboys, so we got everybody in here. And the Redskins are going to be, again, I keep saying this, they're going to be tougher than we all think. But outside of that, guys, listen. Let me see here. I'm just looking at your last comments here because we're going to be shutting this down. We've been over an hour online. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So
No, seriously, and again, thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep up with us. Like we said, we're going to be doing other kinds of live streams. We do almost daily video content, pretty much daily video content on our Cowboys. And
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it,
yeah.
Just like our videos, subscribe, and, come back and watch our videos and watch our live streams. It's going to be fun. Favorite player, baby, real quick.
Dan Bailey. I know it sounds hilarious.
All hail.
I know it sounds hilarious, but all hail Dan Bailey. My goodness, especially now as soon as the NFL rules change. I mean, how valuable is it to have a kicker
Extra points,
we can depend on so consistently?
For the
and
Cowboys,
I think he's so
Yeah.
undervalued. I like the number 5. I don't know.
Thank you.
All hail Dan Bailey.
Yes.
It just
My favorite
don't
player.
shout out special teams.
My favorite player now, I will say. I mean,
So.
I cannot love. I mean, it's tough, but I just love Zeke the way he is, the way he runs with that passion behind him. That
You better feed me.
with that passion and that power, and he has that speed and power. I've never seen that. There's very few running backs that have that combination, and I think he's special. So I'm going to say Zeke now. As historically, Emmitt Smith, my favorite player of all time. I always like running backs. To me, they take the hits, they do all the dirty work. Quarterback, I love quarterbacks. Trust me, I played quarterback, and my daughter played quarterback in flag football. And, quarterback is the toughest position.
You have to be the brain.
The smartest position. So I give Dak all the credit. But my favorite player, personally, is Zeke, watching him play. I love watching Dak just tear apart a defense, going through his reads and doing what he needs to do. But something about watching Zeke run into hits and knock people over.
Zeke runs in a way that I don't think I've ever really seen another running back. And I know
She has
might not know some of the
history to
older
it, but yeah.
ones, but
And then there's some great ones.
Something between the way that he moves and just the pure strength and power he has. Like, you wouldn't expect a guy with that much power to move the way he does, but he manages to just kind of slide in between paces and just take like a burst of speed. He's not necessarily the fastest guy, but he gets a little burst of speed right when he needs it, and he seems
accelerates
to just rock
and
it
he's
off,
gone,
and that's
yeah.
it. He's gone.
I'm telling you, so it's. I mean, I really love Zeke. So thanks for that question. And guys, we're gonna call it a night. We really appreciate you guys being here, listening to us, banter back and forth. It was fun.
Yeah.
We'll do it again soon, but for sure Thursday at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, East Coast time. We're gonna be definitely broadcasting during the Cowboy game, watching it live, our reactions, etc., etc. Take care, everybody. Again, big
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you, everybody. Holloway, Big Blue, South of Heaven, everybody. Thank
Patrick,
you.
Mr. Wright, all you guys,
Yeah.
Wolf,
We appreciated it. Wolf Wright, everybody. Thank you so much.
damn it.
Yes.
Let
I'm
me
trying to
see.
throw everybody real quick,
Yeah.
but yeah, go ahead.
Grayson, I don't know. Hopefully we didn't miss anybody, but again, good night, everybody.
Hey, oh wait, don't forget one major important thing.
Of course.
Go Cowboys! Woohoo! See y'all later.
See you guys.
Go Cowboys.